Good day, everyone. I hope you all had a fantastic start to your day today. So please find your seats quickly and quietly. We have a fun, focused lesson plan today that will make your writing much more interesting. Okay, so today we are diving into something you use every single time you speak. Write a text or craft an essay. The sentence, of course. So think of sentences as building blocks of language. However, just like building blocks, not all blocks are used for the same thing. Some state facts, some ask questions, some give orders, and some show huge emotion. Okay, so by the end of this class, you will be a master at identifying and using the four main types of sentences. Okay, so before we jump into the material, let's quickly review how we'll learn best together. So I only have three simple rules for our time today. The first one is to be present. Put your phones and distractions away. Your full attention is the most valuable tool you have. The second one is to participate respectfully. If you have a question or an answer, raise your hand. We listen to each other's ideas because every voice matters. And the third and last but not the least, is to embrace mistakes. Grammar can be tricky, and it's okay to get things wrong. That's how we learn. I want to see you try, even if you're not 100% sure. Okay, so there are four primary types of sentences, and each one has a different purpose and usually ends with a specific type of punctuation. Okay, so now let's break them down. We have four types of sentences, which are the declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences. Now, we're going to tackle the difference between the four types of sentences, how they function, and what are their jobs. So now let's start the discussion with a declarative sentence. So coming from the word declarative, which means declare. So this sentence's purpose is to declare or state a fact or idea or an opinion. So it ends with a period.
So basically, in a declarative sentence, the subject generally precedes the verb and it always ends with a period. For instance, the sentence he jumps, the word he serves as the subject, the word jumps serves as a verb. So as you can see in this sentence, it has a period at the end. Declarative sentences can also be either positive or negative. So declarative sentences that have a positive meaning are called affirmative sentences. So basically, it tells us what something or someone has, can, or is. For instance, the car is red. On the other hand, declarative sentences that have a negative meaning are called negative sentences. So basically, it tells us what something does not have, cannot do, or is not. For example, the car is not red.
Okay, so now that you have learned the declarative sentence, let's now talk about the interrogative sentences. Today's question is, what are interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences' purpose is to interrogate or ask a question. It usually ends with a question mark. For example, what time is it? Or, did you finish the reading? An interrogative sentence is a type of sentence that asks a direct question. So basically, interrogative sentences allows us to request information and engage in an interesting conversation. So this type of sentence also requires an answer. Now, let us proceed with the imperative sentences. An imperative sentence is a type of sentence that is used to give an advice and express a command, a direction, an order, or a request. So this type of sentences tells people what to do. Imperative sentences end with a period, but sometimes they may also end with an exclamation point. So there are different types of imperative sentences. The first one is the sentences that give instruction or an advice. For examples, switch off your mobile phones when you enter the room. Preheat the oven. Take the cookies out when they are golden. The second one is the sentences that offer an invitation. For examples, please come to my birthday party. Join us for dinner tonight. Come with me. Third is the sentences that share a request or wish. For example, have fun at the party later. Have a great day. Have a safe trip. Now, let's discuss the exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence is a type of sentence that conveys strong emotion or excitement, so it is punctuated at the end with an exclamation mark. The function of this type of sentence is to express our personal and intensified assessment of the situation. So the great emotions that we usually convey are excitement, surprise, fear, and anger. For example, we won. This sentence conveys happiness. My sister is coming home. This sentence conveys excitement. And you are late. This sentence conveys anger. On the other hand, take note that although imperative sentences ends with an exclamation mark, they cannot be an exclamatory sentence because exclamatory sentences do not share commands. Also, imperative sentences cannot be a declarative sentence even if it ends with a period because declarative sentences only share statements, not commands or wishes.
So why is it important for you to learn the different types of sentences? Of course, when we know how to use different kinds of sentences, we can talk better with our friends and family. It's like having different tools to use when we talk.